What's up guys, Ghost here. So today we've got what myself and probably a lot of you guys on my channel have been waiting for. A little more information on some of the possible available loadout options for the jets and helis in Battlefield 2042, courtesy of Temporeal. Along with that, it's looking more and more likely that we'll be getting a Russian unmanned drone, most likely with heavy armaments that hasn't actually been announced yet. But the evidence is looking pretty strong, and I'll talk some more about that later on in the video. Now before I begin, please bear in mind that these loadout options are just what he found in the technical playtest build of the game, which is months old, only features a single map, and is definitely not a finished build. Therefore, it almost certainly won't have all the vehicle loadout options in it, and some of the ones you do see may not be in the final game at all. But with that said, let's get right into the loadouts for the jets. So the two that we currently know of are the F-35E Panther and the Su-57 Felon. So for primary weapons, there's a 20mm cannon and a 30mm cannon. These probably both function similarly to their counterparts in Battlefield 4. In that game, the 20mm cannons are favoured for air-to-air combat, and the 30s are superior for taking out infantry and doing damage to ground vehicles, so I expect that to be the case in 2042 as well. For secondary weapons, we have a choice of air-to-air missiles, ground-to-air missiles, and homing missiles. Air-to-air missiles are probably your heat seekers, and air-to-ground will be something like laser-guided missiles. So what are homing missiles? Well, my guess is that these are active radar missiles, passive radar missiles, or something similar. I know that'll be a turn-off for a lot of people if those are back in the game, but personally, I don't have a big problem with them as long as they're balanced correctly and aren't both, the most effective and also easiest to use missile in the game. And we could really do without that ridiculous passive radar glitch this time around. Next we have abilities. 3 of those. We have Detection Jammer, which I imagine is something like ECM and probably serves as a way to avoid enemy missiles and make you disappear off of the air radar. Flares, we know what those are, and then System Repair, as I've mentioned in previous videos, seems to be available for every vehicle in the game, and basically what it does is repairs damaged modules that could otherwise render your vehicle or weaponry useless. You will notice that there is no mention of an air radar, but from what I've seen in the technical alpha, this is baked into air vehicles now instead, which I think is a good move. I mean, you always want an air radar, right? Moving on to the attack helicopters, we have the AH-64X Apache Warchief and the KA-520 Super Hokum. For primaries here, we have a lot to choose from. Autocannon, which is definitely quite new for an attack helicopter pilot in Battlefield, and it'll be interesting to see how that works out. Light rockets, which I guess are like Hydras, heavy rockets, most likely Zunis, and then homing rockets, which probably function like smart rockets in BF4. For secondaries, you will be delighted to see the TOW missile listed there. Honestly, one of the best weapons to ever grace a Battlefield game. Such a skill cannon and so rewarding when you finally manage to get kills with it. Then you have air-to-ground missiles and lock-on homing missiles, so guided missiles and heat seekers, it sounds like. The abilities here are identical for the ones for the jets, so Detection Jammer, Flares and System Repair, so we've been over those. And then for the gunner seat, we have the 30mm cannon, and that's it. So I know a lot of people will be wondering, where are the rockets and unguided bombs for the jets, and where is the TV missile for the attack heli gunner, right? This doesn't feel like a lot of options, but let's just be patient guys, let's give DICE the benefit of the doubt here. I'm sure they have more planned for us for the air gameplay, and it simply wasn't in the technical test build, so just hold on to your pitchforks until we actually get our hands on the full game. Now let's address the elephant in the room, the unmanned drone. So going all the way back to June, when we got the official gameplay trailer for Battlefield 2042, back then we spotted this symbol on the minimap which looks very much like a stealth bomber or a drone. However, as this symbol flew over the minimap, it seemed to line up with an Su-57 that flew over the soldier's head at the same time, which basically led people to believe that it was just a temporary minimap marker for the jets being used for that particular trailer. However, after seeing footage from the playtest, all the jets now have a completely different minimap marker. Now, when Temporeal posted these vehicle loadouts on Twitter, he also mentioned that he found a mysterious mastery badge for an air vehicle called the Su-70. Now there is no such thing as an Su-70, but there is an S-70 currently in production by the Russians, and it looks like this. See any familiarity here to that minimap marker from the trailer? Yeah, me too. So to go into a little more detail, the S-70 is a Russian stealth heavy unmanned combat aerial vehicle, or a UCAV, currently in development. So that definitely fits the bill as a futuristic aircraft that could still be plausible in 2042. Now here's another interesting tidbit. According to the Wikipedia page for this thing, apparently it is likely the S-70 was designed to act as a loyal wingman controlled by the Su-57. So could this be the reason that we see the Su-57 fly overhead in the trailer, but also see this marker on the minimap? Now that is of course sheer speculation. Maybe you can't control it from the Su-57, perhaps it's just a drone you can call in on certain maps and take control of. But either way, this sounds like a very interesting concept. I just think it's too much of a coincidence that Temporal found this mastery badge for an Su-70 and a real-life drone exists with a very similar name that fits the theme of the game and the era, as well as the minimap icon. I don't know, what do you guys think? This is of course all just speculation, and it could well be that everything I've said in this video is a load of tosh, but I guess we'll find out soon enough. Hopefully the beta is only a week or two away and we can find out more then. Let me know your thoughts down below guys. What do you think about the jet and heli loadouts? Do bear in mind once again that they are most definitely not final, and I'm sure there's more to see there. Leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe for more Battlefield 2042, and I'll see you in the next video.